Hi everybody, welcome back to the Camp Talk podcast. It's a new year and we wanted to start off with our first episode with Courtney, Keris and I, and we'll be talking about the camp process all the way from applying with us to go into camp next summer. So we'll be chatting about everything that you need to know for the whole process today. So we are WorkPlay USA. We're a summer camp agency. We work with some really great camps out in the States, and our job is to help you find your placement for the summer. So yeah, we are a small team of people that work for WorkPlay USA. We've all gone to summer camp. I think between the four of us, we've probably all gone to summer camp maybe for 20 years, I'd say. There's myself, there's Keris, there's Courtney, there's Josh, who's the director. We all go to different camps, different types of camps, and we absolutely love our summer experiences, which is what makes it so fun, then helping you guys find your summer camp and your summer experience. So you can go ahead on our website and have a look a bit more about us if you want to. When you do apply, we will have a quick look at your application. You'll tell us a few things that you want to do at summer camp, maybe a little bit about yourself, and then we'll send you a message to say we'd love to interview with you, and you will end up chatting to one of us.
Yeah, so if you're worried at all, it's actually a really informal, quick chat with us. We just want to know more about your skills, why you're interested in working at a summer camp, tell you more about camps in general and things you may not know about camp, tell you about our experiences at camp, generally get to know you and your skills, and hopefully move you on to the next step of getting you working at a really great summer camp this summer.
So the interview process with us is completely free. There's no obligation to sign up. It's basically just a chat to find out a little bit more about you and for you to find out more about the agency, what we can do for you, and more about summer camp. And then after the call, if you decide this is something that you want to go ahead with, then you'll have to pay your deposit for the program. And then at that stage, we will get you then set up with summer camps and get you interviews with some really great camps.
One thing we really want to make sure we do for everyone that goes with us is have that one-on-one support. So whoever you interview with during your free interview will be your account manager going forward. And that person, if it's me, if it's Keris, if it's Courtney, will be there to help you with your application and make sure it says everything that is great about you and really just highlight all the things you told us in the interview. And it doesn't just stop there. We will go through every single process with you, let you know each step and make sure it's as stress-free, as easy as possible. Because we've all been there, we've all done the process, we know it, and we want to make sure we can make it easy for you and enjoyable. So in terms of your application, we have an online portal which you will get to be able to sign up for. In this, you'll put your skills, what you're interested in doing at camp. You'll tell camp about your experience with kids, really just some questions so that they can get to know your personality, find out what you enjoy doing, and then they can see if you're going to be a good match for their camp. You can also do a short video. It does not have to be super long, but camps like to see it, and it shows your personality, it shows a bit about you, so it's worth adding on there. It can really sort of make you stand out against other applicants that are also going for the same jobs. So yeah, that's a bit about the application process. Once you're finished with this, it will go live on our platform for camps to see, and they can log in and choose to interview with you. And of course, we'll let you know, we'll prepare you for the interview, we'll give you some tips and make sure you're ready for when you first start chatting to camps.
So another good way to get hired, a really easy way too, is through our online hiring fairs. We've had a few already and we're planning to do another one soon. And basically this is a way for you to kind of have more options to book in with multiple camps. So for example, last time we had 15 different camps on, and applicants had the chance to book in with as many of those camps as they wanted, had a short chat, and loads of applicants actually got hired on the spot. So this is a really great way for you to kind of have more choice and see about lots of different camps that you could potentially work with this summer.
Okay, so once you've completed your application, you're ready to go. The next step is to interview with camps. So I thought it would be a good opportunity for us all to talk about our experiences with interviewing with our camps. Keris, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, when I first interviewed with my camp, which is Camp Matoka, I was actually really, really nervous because I feel like it's quite a different interview from, the normal agency interview, which I already had. You got to kind of sell yourself a little bit more, if that makes sense, because you want to be hired by this camp. But yeah, I was really nervous, but it actually wasn't as scary as intimidating as I thought it was. You just have to really be yourself and try and, remember all your skills and present yourself in the best way you can, and ask questions and kind of maybe know a bit more about the camp that you're interviewing with before you do it. Like I kind of researched into Matoka a bit more and found out what their camp values were and things, and kind of told them why I think I'd be a good fit personally with their camp values and things, and just being yourself. But if I could go back and give myself some advice, I'd probably just say to prepare a little bit more by researching about the camp a little bit more and knowing what they're all about before you go into it kind of blindly.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Like camps love it when you ask them a question that might be particularly about their camp or their values. Like it really is a good sign. It shows you've done your research, you're excited to go to this camp, and you're just asking the right questions. But you got to remember that like you've been accepted onto the program for a reason. Yes, you got to sell yourself. That's super important. You got to show them your personality. That is the biggest thing. They want to know that yes, you've got the skills, but you're also going to have this great song with the kids. You're going to help create this great environment at their camp. And just believe in yourself and believe in the skills you got and the reasons why you've been accepted, and you'll do great. You'll have a fantastic time. And more than likely after the first 10 minutes, like the interview eases anyway, and you're just really chatting, to be honest. Like Courtney, I know you chatted for such a long time during yours. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so mine was basically like Cara said too, I was really nervous about mine, but within the first like 2 minutes, it honestly felt like a chat. Like it was so, yeah, it was literally like I was chatting to a friend. There was a few of the directors on it, and yeah, they were just asking me questions about like me, my hobbies, stuff I would like to teach at camp, telling me lots about like their hobbies and their interests. And yeah, it was really like just a basic chat, nothing to stress about. Yeah, I think we nearly chatted for an hour. So yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, I just knew right away like that was like the camp for me, and I really loved like the vibe and the directors and everything. So yeah, honestly, it's nothing to stress about. Yeah, mine was a really great experience. I was trying to hold the coffin the whole time there.
Yeah, that's such a sort of key thing, saying that like once you get off the call, you know once you've spoken to the right camp. And I think we've all felt that with our camp. And I think that's a good thing to know, that like you'll know when you chat to the camp, you'll know if it's somewhere where you want to spend your summer with, if you get on with the directors, if you agree with their ethos, like you'll just know after the call, and it really helps sort of settle any nerves you might have had about finding placements and stuff like that. It's also not uncommon to have more than one interviews. Every camp does things slightly different. I had 2 interviews to go to my camp. So I was a specialist in media, so I had an interview with the media director first, and we had a chat, and it was really just nice, and he wanted to see my portfolio of work, and he asked me a few questions. So we really just ended up having like a 40-minute chat about photography, because we were both interested in photography. And then after that, he moved me on to chat to the director of the camp, and we had a really good chat. And I mean, from that chat, I knew Tyler Hill was my camp. I knew it was where I wanted to go. I love the sound of it and sort of everything that it stands for. So it's not uncommon that you might have more than 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 sometimes. It takes sometimes you might have to have 2 or 3 interviews, but it's so worth it. And you'll, like Courtney said, you'll know when you come off the call with the camp if it's somewhere you want to go. So it's very exciting chatting to camps, definitely. Okay, so you've got your camp placement. The next step is to upload your documents to the WorkPlay USA portal. Your account manager will let you know what you need to include, but this is like a reference and a copy of your passport, these sorts of things that we need in order to process your visa. Once you've done that, you'll pay your final fee to us, and that means we can go ahead and get started with your visa, which is the next step in the whole process. Okay, so next steps is getting your J1 visa, which is what you need in order to work in the US and to gain entry to the US when you do go to camp next summer. So we, as your account manager, as your agency, we're here to help you sort of every single step of the way. It's pretty much a simple process, but it does take a few parts, which we'll be there to help you with. You'll be supplied what's called a DS 2019 document, and this is probably the most important document that we will give you throughout the whole process. So we'll make sure to let you know many times that this is one that you need to keep safe and you need to make sure you don't lose. But along with that, we'll also give you a few other supporting documents, and then you'll be able to go ahead and apply for your J1 visa. We will give you instructions of everything you need to do to make sure that there is no possible way that there could be a mistake made. And once you're done, you're ready to go ahead and book your appointment at your local J1, at your local US embassy. So yeah, it could be good maybe if we chat about our experiences going to the US embassy and talk through basically what you have to do there, because it sounds a bit scary going for an interview at a US embassy, but honestly it's probably one of the easiest parts of the process.
Yeah, when I went, I was terrified, honestly. The thought of like a US embassy, I was like, what am I getting myself into? But I went my first year with my mum. My mum drove me there. I went to London embassy, and pretty much everyone I spoke to in the queue was there for summer camp interview kind of thing. So it's a really nice way to like get chatting to people, and you can make friends there. You're like, genuinely most people I met there were there for that reason. And yeah, it wasn't as scary as I think. Everyone that works there is really nice. They just ask you a few questions, you get your fingerprints done, and then you're good to go. And it's a really exciting feeling once that's done, because it's kind of the final steps. All the scary stuff's done, and you can really start looking forward to an amazing summer in America.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Before I went, I was so nervous. I seen a lot of things on like TikTok and online, and people saying like it's such a scary experience and things like that. Honestly, it was so stress-free. As you said, you go in, answer a few questions, and there's literally nothing to worry about. I think I had myself so worked up, and for literally no reason. I think I was in there for about, I went to Belfast once, so I don't think it's as like busy as London and stuff. And when I got in there, I think I was only in there for like 15 minutes most, and that was it, all done. So yeah, for me it was really stress-free.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Dublin and I've been to the London one. I would say with the London one, there's a bit more of a wait time just because it's bigger. You essentially just go in, you line up in one queue, you line up into the next queue, you go and talk to someone at the desk, and they'll just ask you like, where are you going, what state you're gonna be flying to, what your role is gonna be. Then you finish with them, you go to the next one, like Kara said, you get your fingerprint done, and then they issue your visa, and that's it. A few things to note: you aren't allowed your phone in the embassy, so that's something to know. They will give you a locker that you'll be able to pop it in and collect it after, and also they will keep your passport after, so don't go booking a trip straight after your embassy appointment, because you'll need your passport back, but they send it to you. Typically, they say 2 weeks, but I've always had mine back within 5 days, which is really handy. So they've got a pretty good system going, to be fair. And another tip for the London one that I always find is you can go early. Like, you have an appointment slot, but if you're in London beforehand, get in the queue, and it means that you can get in a little bit quicker than your original time and get done even quicker. So that's my top tip for the London embassy. But yeah. Okay, once your embassy appointment is done and you've got your visa issued, let your account manager know, and you're pretty much done with the process, to be honest. The next steps is booking your flights, and you can do that sort of anytime leading up to the summer. Definitely book return flights, it's cheaper. Also flexible flights if you're able to. You might know how long you want to be out in the States, you might not, so it's nice to sort of have that option if your airline allows you to just change it when you are in the States. Of course, reach out to us if you want any advice on flights or places to travel to or anything like that, because we have all had great sort of travel experiences and want to be able to share this with you guys. Another good thing to know is a lot of camps will have WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups for you to join before you go. My camp does. I know a lot of other camps do, and it's really nice to get to know people that are going to your camp and potentially make friends before you go. You could do meetups. You could also potentially fly with some people if that makes sort of the whole process feel a little bit better for you. Also, us as an agency, we have an online WhatsApp group where we like to connect people that are going to the same camp, so that you just have a familiar face when you get there. So yeah, I recommend reaching out to your camp, seeing if they have one of these so that you can join and start getting to know people from as soon as you're placed, really.
Yeah, no, before I went to camp, I was added into like a group and I met lots of people. A few of us flew together from Dublin, so that was really nice having like the support and other people there. It just made it less scary, definitely. And then like I also had people going to camp, like the girl who was actually my roommate, Lucy, came over here before and we did like a meet up in Belfast, and she stayed at my house and everything. So that was lovely because we were actually really good friends then before we went to camp. And we both actually went through WorkPlay USA also, so like we connected through like the WhatsApp group and everything, so that was really nice. Yeah, definitely recommend, if you can, trying to reach out to people, meeting people before you go. It definitely does make it less daunting, but obviously when you get there, like, you do meet lots of people too, so if you don't meet people, it's nothing to stress about, but it definitely does make the process that little bit easier, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree as well. I mean, my first year I didn't do any of that, and I really regretted it because I feel like everyone kind of knew each other a little bit, and I didn't even know there was a WhatsApp group. I don't think I looked into it enough, but as a returner, I always make the effort to try and find people that are going to my camp, you know, whether that's like through the Facebook group that Matoka has or TikTok comments or anything. Like, I try and find people, and we always have a specific group chat for like my department, which is gymnastics. I just think it's a really nice way to just include people and get to know people before you go. And like you both said, a nice familiar face when you get there can't do any harm. So yeah, I definitely agree with both of you on that. So yeah, now it's the new year and it's not next summer we're all going to camp now, it's this summer. So I thought we'd start by kind of saying what we're all excited for this summer. So Lydia, what's the thing you're most excited for this summer at camp?
I think what I'm most excited for this summer is the travel. I did a huge trip my second summer, and then my third and fourth, I didn't really do a whole lot of travel. So this year, my goal is to see some states that I haven't seen before, head out to some different places. So I'm very excited about the travel side of things.
Yeah, I would say travel for me also, and also the weather, the sunshine. That's like my favorite part. It's currently snowing where I live, so I definitely can't wait for a bit of sunshine and just to meet up with like all my friends again. Like we've all been chatting and in the group chat and stuff. I'm just really excited to meet everyone again.
Yeah, I'd also say my friends as well. I'm so excited to see everyone and just being back at camp in general. Like driving on the bus through the camp gates is like no better feeling. So I'm just excited to be back, and I'm also excited about the travel as well because I graduate uni this year, so I haven't got anything to come back to. So I'm thinking of traveling a bit longer after camp this year. So I'm really excited to see where I go and what I do.
Amazing.
So yeah, now it's the new year and it's not next summer we're all going to camp now, it's this summer. So I thought we'd start by kind of saying what we're all excited for this summer. So Lydia, what's the thing you're most excited for this summer at camp?
I think what I'm most excited for this summer is the travel. I did a huge trip my second summer, and then my third and fourth, I didn't really do a whole lot of travel. So this year, my goal is to see some states that I haven't seen before, head out to some different places. So I'm very excited about the travel side of things.
Yeah, I would say travel for me also, and also the weather, the sunshine. That's like my favorite part. It's currently snowing where I live, so I definitely can't wait for a bit of sunshine and just to meet up with like all my friends again. Like we've all been chatting and in the group chat and stuff. I'm just really excited to meet everyone again.
Yeah, I'd also say my friends as well. I'm so excited to see everyone and just being back at camp in general. Like driving on the bus through the camp gates is like no better feeling. So I'm just excited to be back, and I'm also excited about the travel as well because I graduate uni this year, so I haven't got anything to come back to. So I'm thinking of traveling a bit longer after camp this year. So I'm really excited to see where I go and what I do.
Amazing.
We both said amazing at the same time.
So yeah, that's probably where we're going to leave today's podcast. I hope you've all enjoyed. It's been a bit more of like an informative one, but we're hoping to do some more podcasts in the future leading up to camp this summer. So if anyone has any suggestions or questions or anything, let us know either in these comments or on our Instagram or TikTok or wherever. But yeah, thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, last zoom out.
Zoom out. It's back.